a ritual kind of thing. There isn't like a rune or anything that you can look
Well,
at.
then take a look at the specifics of this ritual as it's drawn to see, maybe I have an idea of what they're doing.
Yeah, you can do that.
Well, you see here, they're definitely casting a spell.
You're not sure of the nuances or anything. It's really hard to tell because these are pretty primitive drawings. But it looks like it's. I mean, you've seen rituals performed before. It looks like this is probably just some kind of ritual to lock some greater being away.
Well, it definitely seems like they're using a ritual to lock the demon thing away, as shown in the picture right here.
Uh-huh. I guess follow-up question is, what do we do with this information?
Well, I think I go back to Waterdeep and I pay for the whole class rather than just the certificate.
Should learn more about spellcraft and come back when we know what to do with the seal.
So at this point, Obletus, Tarek, and Pebble arrive back at the stones. Obletus, I was under the impression you would know if suggestion doesn't work.
I mean, it doesn't technically say that.
Yeah, but it's kind of like your magic, right? Like you would know if the magic worked or not.
It's one of those like you concentrate on it, but if you like, you wouldn't know because your concentration is broken or whatever type effects.
Yeah, so it was definitely it was definite. She was telling you the truth in her eyes,
or at least following my suggestion to the best of her ability.
Yes.
Hey, did you guys know that?
Specify truthfulness.
Did you guys know that there's apparently like an evil god buried under these ruins? That's what the townspeople think.
Whoa!
Great terrible through. They give them everything.
Wait, if that's the case, like, is it here because of the runes? We should break the stones then, right?
Well, they seem awfully like, Thrune is evil and will burn our town down if let free, except he can get free himself whenever. They're kind of weird.
Yeah, they consider themselves the defender of Icewind Dale, essentially.
Hey, Elena, if you don't mind me asking, what exactly is your, relationship to this place? I mean, why were you called here?
I don't know. Things would be so much easier if
Who called you here? What'd they tell you?
Was it Thrune?
How'd you learn this?
Not Thrune, I'll tell you that.
What are you about?
Wait, who is Thrune? I mean, the stones are...
The stones of Thrune.
Stones of Thrune.
Yeah,
okay,
Thrune's the guy, like the guy buried down there or something, I think. Guy,
okay.
girl, god, I don't know, one or the other.
Well, I'm pretty sure I was not called here by a Thrune.
What were you called here by? A dream?
Did your cat tell you to do it?
It's complicated, but no, not my cat.
Not your cat. Okay, good.
So you're looking for 20 stones, but not the 20 stones of Thrune, is what you're saying?
Or these are 20 stones and you just gotta like kill Thrune or something.
I believe I was specifically... I think it was actually a like dream vision, but Thrune was part of the phrase. So it is
Phrase? What phrase?
fairly certain it is these stones, but I don't know why.
Wait, there's a phrase?
I definitely 20 stones of Thrune.
Oh, okay.
I remember.
That phrase. I thought it was like, go destroy Thrune the Destroyer or something. Like, well, that would be a good phrase to hear.
With instructions.
The people in town told us defacing it would be a bad time.
Yeah, so like if you want to fight Thrune, I think like we just like pull that big center rock down and it probably lets him out. Although it might not be immediate. It might take a couple decades. I don't know.
Mm.
There's also going to be a lot of sacrifices because apparently us sleeping up here was a no-no.
That's interesting.
We've angered Thrune.
What did the center stone look like again? Like you said, it was magical, but I don't recall like anything in particular about it.
It's a pedestal that has like 3 stone like holes where like it looks like a stone of some sort would like fit into it, or like a key or a medallion or something like that.
So, I mean, not to like state the obvious, but if you need to do something here, it seems like there's these 3 holes in the altar, and that would be like the logical place to start. And I didn't remember them earlier, or I would have asked the speaker about it. But luckily, she's still charmed by my spell for 6 more hours or so we could go ask her about it if she knows anything about it.
I don't know if I want to go talk to her again, but I mean, she might know something. Alternatively, we just have to find like the doohickeys that go in there, and then put the doohickey in the doohickey slot. And then what happens, I don't know.
Maybe you could like Drock, you're like a smith, right? And smiths like pick locks. Could you like make a key to the stone altar?
Well,
Oh.
that's a real hot take. I'm sort of a smith, and they don't pick locks. That's not how that works.
Wait,
But
I have a good idea.
do have a lock picking certificate back at home.
Oh, look at this. And I go and jam snow and ice into the holes. See? They're filled up now. Didn't seem like it did anything.
So you pack the holes with snow. Nothing happens. Drog, what lock are you trying to pick?
I don't know. I was told that I needed to pick it.
No. Like I said, that's like you can't pick a lock. It's not like a door, but you need to like make a new key for it. Like I imagine the key to this is like a rock or a stone or a crystal or like a big ass key. So, like
well,
a
that's not
key.
picking a lock at all.
But you can make a key. Like you like he's freezing the lock. Then you take the frozen snow out, and then you have like a mold of what it's supposed to look like, and then you make the actual object in the shape of the mold. Or I'm not a smith. I don't know how it works, but like. There's a hole. You need to make the thing that fills the hole, and then we can turn it as a key or something.
I just don't know why, if you can make a keyhole by shoving snow in there, that the thing that you're getting the mold out of isn't just the thing that you would be able to make a thing to pick in the first. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I mean, I think like the thing you got to put in here is not just a shape.
You give me a thing that you want a key for, and I'll figure it out. But
I pointed the holes on the altar.
Yeah, okay, but
I mean, you gotta like magic the key too. It's right shape and right magic. Good luck.
Were there any like pictures of like stones that might fit in the altar in the pictures that you saw, Drock?
I don't think so. I'd have noticed something like that.
Well, nonetheless, I think we learned something. There's a great evil trapped in here.
And we should let it out by destroying the stone.
No, I think we should probably not do that.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if Alina needs to do something with these stones, maybe you should make a mold so we know what they look like. So if Alina comes across them later on, she'll be like, oh, that's just the right size for whatever that is.
Well, if you want me to make something more permanent out than the snow, but in the same shape as that snow, I guess I can do that probably.
I mean, I like put my fingers in the hole. Like is it uneven or is it like just a oval opening? Like, is it complicated? What is? How complicated is what we're looking for here?
There isn't like any kind of symbol or anything. It's just like a smooth, very noticeably cut out circles.
So just like more like indentations. Like if you had a crystal ball, you could put them in there.
Yes.
How many are there? Is it just one or
three?
Three.
I recall needing pendants of power in last sessions as a joke.
So we need like 3 Dragon Balls.
Yes. So, Elena, I don't suppose you have like 3 MacGuffins on your person that are vaguely spherically shaped?
I will rummage through my bags. Not that I remember.
How big are these like spaces for a stone? Spherical holes?
About fist sized.
Ah! Well,
Whoa,
I've got a
okay.
bunch of fist-sized rocks right here. Literally, that's what they're called in my inventory. A sack of fist-sized stone.
Wait, you just carry a sack of stones around?
20 of them, would you believe?
Hold up, this ain't a coincidence. There's 20 stones here. Wait, does every pillar have one of these like slots for it?
I also
No, just the
have
central
10. I also have 10 silver throwing rocks too.
Put your rocks in the rock hole.
I will put 3 of my rocks in the rock holes.
Nothing happens.
I will replace them with 3 silver rocks.
Nothing happens.
I did my best.
What if we just put our fist in there? Like actual fist.
Well, I got these gloves on. Someone else will have to do that. I'm back up.
Gauntlets. I back up.
All right, well, I only got 2 fists, so someone needs to supply the third.
Well, you don't
I
want to do
do
both.
that.
What if it like cuts off your arm? You do one each, And
Oh.
non-dominant.
Only lose one hand each.
All right, so
But worst case
Elena,
scenario,
you have
I'm
to
mending your
contribute to
fist
this
back
as
on.
well, because, I mean, if we're all losing our fists, you're losing one of yours too. It's only fair.
Why? I have Elena, Pebble, Tarek. That's
Yeah.
3.
Well, each of us are losing one fist. Wait, why are we losing our fists again?
We don't know that's gonna happen.
Right, which is why you shouldn't be nervous and you should just go ahead and do it.
Yeah, I mean, my fist is already in the hole.
I stick my, I guess my right fist.
I stick my left fist in one.
Ah, it
Pebble,
hurts!
which one are you using?
I guess it'll be my right fist.
Nothing happens.
All right.
Like
this
screaming
has been
agony
fun.
anyways. Ow, help me! Nah, I'm just fucking with you.
So Alina, this was your puzzle, and I, with your permission, we'll say that we've given it the old college try, and we'll explore Icewind Dale for 3 spherical gems or stones if we happen to encounter any, and we'll stop and talk to the speaker if she knows anything about them. But I motion that we table it for the time being.
Yeah, I agree.
On to Bryn Shandar.
Wait, so we're not destroying this and releasing it even?
No, maybe not today. Next time.
This place could be a little bit warmer.
I asked Shar about it, and she didn't think anything particularly bad would happen if we destroyed them. But you might, hinder Elena's ability to complete her quest if you destroyed the center tablet. All right, yeah. So we're gonna swing by the speaker's place one more time on the way out and ask her. It's like, oh, we swung by the stones to pick up our friends and let them know to stop annoying Thrun. We couldn't help but notice that there were like 3 indentations in the altar to Thrun, and ask if she knows anything about that.
The indentations? Well, that's if we want to manually release Throne.
How does that work?
Well, you take 3 keys and you put them in the indentations, and then out he comes.
What do these keys look like?
Don't know.
So it's how you would manually release Thrun, but you don't actually have the means to do so. That's smart because people are dumb, right?
Yes.
I'm just saying you wouldn't want someone to release Thrun like on accident just because they were like, oh look, let me put the round thing in the round hole, and oh no, apocalypse. So not knowing what the keys look like prevents that, or where they are prevents that. Yeah.
Wait, are the
Sure,
keys not in this building? I thought you were like the protector. Wouldn't the protector protect the keys?
Well, one of the protectors did protect the keys by hiding them.
Oh, that protector's a genius.
Did they leave like a clue or a map or like a hint?
A riddle?
No.
A map? A dire warning?
If Thrun ever escapes, here's where the keys are to reseal them, that kind of thing.
I don't think you use the keys to seal them. I don't know. I've never actually tried to seal them, I suppose.
So
Keys
you
seem important. I'm sure they work both ways.
Maybe
Derek,
I
are
should
you-
find the keys.
Sir, are you like an expert on God's sealing? You're talking a lot like you know what you're talking about, but like I'm just questioning the basis of your assumptions here.
I was just trying to see if maybe.
Just throwing shit at the wall, seeing what sticks. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to undermine your authority here in the conversation, even though that's totally what I did. I'm sorry.
It's exactly.
Wait, so you just to be clear, you've never seen the keys, no clue what they look like, no clue where they are.
Well, I got an idea of what they look like.
Fair.
Would
fair.
you say they look like these Triss-sized stones?
I don't think so. They'd have a smooth underside.
I'm going to start taking like tools to some of these stones and making them smooth, like this.
Well, I suppose that would probably work.
Is there anything wrong about what I got going on here? Any improvements you would make, knowing what these things might look like?
Well, that's all I know.
I don't suppose you have any round, smooth bottom things in your house that might be the key. Now that if you give some thought.
No, you've been using it as a teacup or something for a
We're
while.
very interested in everything to do with Thrune.
I mean, I probably got something like that around here.
Would you be so kind as to procure it for us so we could, compare? Maybe Drac can help you look.
I might
No,
just
I-
being
I-
volunteered.
I mean, Pebble can help you look.
I found it.
Thanks, Drac.
As you guys are looking around, trying to find what could possibly fit as like a key or anything, she pulls out a lot of stuff. There's like some like teacup saucers and some plates and just a whole bunch of random stuff that would probably actually like fit the pedestal, but is probably not what you're looking for.
Yeah, I got the feeling she doesn't keep it in her house.
This is like the traditional speaker's home, right? Like not your personal childhood home.
No, this is the speaker's house.
Is the speaker like hereditary in this town? Speakership? Like what happens after, when Thrune comes to claim you? Who takes over?
Whoever lives in this house, I suppose.
But it doesn't look like anyone but you live here.
Right, I'm living here.
But then, like, does that mean that there will be no speaker? Who will keep
No,
Thrune
it
at
would
bay?
go to my next of kin.
Ah, I see. Who live where?
How do you feel about Lenny?
Lenny's a sweet boy. He would do well.
You think he's destined for goodness?
I think we're all destined for goodness.
That's good. I look outside at the sun. Has it been 2 hours yet since our original timeline?
Well, there is no sun. But yeah, it's
I
probably
look at the
about
sky.
2 hours.
Well, we gave it a good try. Thanks for your information.
You're welcome.
We will do our best to not let Thrune loose on accident.
That would be appreciated. If you'll forgive me, I've got preparations to make.
Try not to sacrifice any human beings. I mean,
We have to.
I wish you wouldn't.
Well, you wouldn't say that if we didn't sacrifice it and Thrune's eternal destruction came across 10 towns.
I'm going to pull Tarek off to the side. And I'm going to whisper
Yes,
to him.
Hippolytus?
Do you think if we kill this woman, there'll be fewer sacrifices in Dugan's Hole when the new Seeker takes over?
I wish I could say yes, but we both know it's no.
What if we kidnap her so we're not murdering her?
And do what with it? She's an old woman. You can't just kid. Then they're gonna think Thrune took her.
But that's a good thing, right? Then he's appeased, right? Because he took somebody.
No, then they're gonna be scared why they took her and not know. They're just gonna sacrifice people. They're gonna think that he got upset because they didn't sacrifice the night before.
How about if I just kill her because she's a godless heathen who murders relatively innocent people?
It's not. There's a systematic problem in the town, and I don't think killing her is going to solve it.
But it might make me feel better about the problem. Do you have a better solution that we can accomplish in the next half an hour?
If we could find those stones in the next half an hour, that would be it.
That not to put too fine a point on it, seems unlikely, but I'm gonna look at my spell.
Could always go back and deface the stone.
It occurs to me that I have the spell locate object, and I can switch spells by like resting for a period of time that I'm unfamiliar with because I don't memorize the rules on switching spells. Is this a ritual? No, but it. So the object is not familiar to me, but we could try. So how long does it take me to switch spells as a priest? I think it takes 10 minutes. I'd have to look it up.
I thought it was a long rest only.
No, you can totally switch spells in the middle of the day.
Spell preparation at the end of your long rest takes an hour, so at the very least, it's that.
We probably only need to find out if she knows the name of these stones. Surely they have a name, like the Stones of Thrun or the Keys of Thrun or something like that.
That's a good idea. You should ask it.
Yeah, I'll do that. You think about your spells. I'll go back up to Speaker Dermot. So these keys, stones, do they have a name? Like, just so we can keep an eye out for them in case we just stumble upon them, keep them hidden. Don't want anyone getting to them.
They're the keys.
Just like the Keys of Thrun, I think, is that what they're called?
They're
the keys.
They're keys.
And they're shaped like this. I hold up the reworked stones.
Yes, I'm sure it looks something like that.
And if they're still in one piece, which, I mean, whoever set this shenanigan up probably wanted them to be, then they're probably somewhat magical. So, we know some things about them.
Yes.
What kind of stone would you say they are? Are they a metamorphic, some kind of basalt? What do we get? What are we working with?
Stone?
They're made stone. So,
if I were to protect the stones, I'd hide them in 3 different places. Put one here, put one there, put one on the lower shelf, and no one's ever going to find all 3 at the same time.
Okay. I had an aunt who, I mean, she was into some old music, so it's a weird story, but she had a saying, when you're looking for something, you gotta figure out where you last saw it. So, where did you last see these keystones? When did you last see them?
Never?
Well, how do you know anything about them then?
Well, I've seen the hole.
You've seen your town, and that makes you know about the keys?
I've seen the keys, the holes where the keys go, and the keys are long gone.
Where'd they go?
They were hidden by a previous speaker.
Like your predecessor, like your dad or something, or what?
Well, it was my uncle.
Was he responsible for the roads?
Maybe.
Right. Well, I've tried everything.
Well, would you look at that? Time's up. I think we have business elsewhere.
Well, have a good day.
Yeah, don't sacrifice anyone too important.
Don't dilute the gene pool any further.
I don't think she's doing anything with the gene pool anymore.
Remember, Lenny's destined for goodness.
All right. Is there anything else you guys wanted to do in Dugan's Hole?
Get out of it.
I need to recover the dire wolf from wherever we left it.
Didn't you guys just leave it up with the stones?
Yes. Presumably I can call for it or something. I don't know.
Ooh.
I'm not particularly worried if it just goes around eating somebody because it's hungry, but I would like to recover it if it's not too far out of the way.
I mean, at worst, it's like a couple 100 feet of walking. We can walk a couple 100 feet.
Yeah, so you guys get the wolf and you head out. Let me move you to the Icewind Dale map.
Shame the elk didn't make it.
Damn those boys.
I'm surprised Lenny took out the elk with one good stab.
He must be a trained assassin because I think elks have like 30 HP.
It was a sneak attack with poison on the deck.
I actually have no idea how much HP an elk.
13.
A good hit for a one shot.
So where are you guys heading? You're leaving Duke and Sol. Are you taking the road over to Goodmead? Are you just taking the most direct route to Bryn Shander?
I
Are
think
you
we're
not going to
planning
a
on
town
going to Bryn
altogether?
Shander, right? And we don't care for Goodmead. I mean, we have no business in Goodmead. All we do going there is discover their random, whatever their problem is.
When you put it that way, I am content to go to Bryn Shandar. But I mean, going to Goodmead means we don't have to go off road, and we can. Quick math: do I think we can make it to Bryn Shandar if we go through Goodmead just because the roads are better, or?
Well, the road to Goodmead, you know, because you've been in Icewind Dale for a little bit. Goodmead goes to East Haven, which then goes to Bryn Shander. There isn't a road from Goodmead to the east way to Bryn Shander.
All right, yeah, no, all right. Then I personally vote we go straight to Bryn Shandar because we've been trying to get there for like a week.
Yeah, good. And we've kind of traveled this road already. You know, we more or less, well, not road, this way, more or less know which way to go.
True. Well, of course, that could mean we've attracted scavengers to our path, and thus they'll be waiting to waylay us.
I suppose we'll just have
can't
to waylay
imagine
them a bit
anyone
harder.
is trying to waylay us. I mean, who, Cheatham, and Hal, we are the paragon of adventuring parties.
How do our dogs react to the summoned direwolf, by the way?
Assuming that you're just like walking up with the direwolf, they don't say anything, don't react at all. I mean, any friend of yours is a friend of theirs.
All right. Assuming we have an extra harness, I want to see if I can use the direwolf as like the lead sled dog by basically using my bonus action every turn or whatever.
Is our lead sled dog? You can't have two leads. They're gonna be all over.
We don't have an actual trained one, so I want the direwolf is going to demonstrate to And what to do so that he can be a proper sled dog in the future. Is the plan.
Okay, make an animal handling check. I'll warn you. You have to roll really high.
I will bardic inspire you for this.
I imagine this isn't the sort of thing I can get Char's guidance on because it's a long-term task, or can I?
No,
I wouldn't allow it either.
No, this is more than just trying to make it happen.
Plus bardic inspiration, which is what, a D8?
6.
$24.
DC was 25, sucker.
So you harness up the direwolf. Does the direwolf have a name?
No. We'll call him DW.
All right. So you harness up DW and you put And directly back and left of him. And you guys take off. You're hoping And will learn from DW. And you guys are heading to Bryn Shander. Go ahead and make a survival check. Actually, well, so Abletus, if you are going to be like trying to get and DW to like learn?
I assume that I am busy training the animals and thus am not making the survival check.
Okay,
I'll lead the way.
So survival check from Pebble then.
I will still give him
We
guidance
go that
so
way.
he doesn't get us lost.
Is anybody keeping watch?
I will keep watch.
Thank you.
I was muted.
I need a perception check from Tarek.
Can we say that like we both are keeping watch, because that's usually what I do when we're just walking down.
Yeah, that's fine. You can make a perception check as well. The way is clear. You know exactly where you're going. It takes you guys about 4 hours to get to Bryn Shander. Nothing terrible happens. And it seems like And was like watching DW. I'm not sure how much he actually learned, but he definitely watched with a little bit of resentment. But watched DW as DW led the dogs. The dogs took well to it. And you arrive at Bryn Shander, and you get there, and the gates are closed. But you get there, and the gates open up, and the guard comes out and gives his normal spiel. What do you guys want to do?
So I guess step one is we need to stable the dogs, probably. Which occurs to me, I'm like I was the one who went to stables. Are the stables where we also keep dogs, or is that like only because they sell dogs there?
You could stable them there as well.
And while we're there, we should get an extra dog so that we have, what do we have now? 6, so we can have 7? Or something like that?
And can fulfill his true purpose as the lead dog.
Well, that's the thing is, Anne's not trained to be the lead dog, so if we want another dog, we presumably want to.
No. Anne's got it figured out. I believe in him.
How confident am I that Anne has any idea what the fuck?
You know what? Let me here. Give me a second here. I can speak with animals. Hey, Anne, how was that? Did you get the hang of it?
Get the hang of what?
Being. I mean, what the wolf was doing. You're gonna be taking his spot soon. You know how to lead Dewey Cheatham. How here?
I'm not a wolf.
Well, of course you're not a wolf, but you know how to be a lead dog, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I could probably do it.
All right, I'm counting on you. All right, don't let me down.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Good. Yeah, Anne's confident. He's got this. He figured it all out while watching the wolf. Right, Anne? You figured it all out?
Pebble, I know you can't see my face because of the helmet, but let it be known that I am giving you the crooked eyebrow of I don't believe you.
Look, Anne said it himself. Come on, Anne. Bark for I got this.
He barks.
See? He got this.
I'm sure And is going to do just fine. I give him a good scratch on the back of the head.
He says you're going to do just fine. Just, I wanted to translate.
It occurs to me I probably should do something with the wolf.
Let him roam free for his last 16 hours of existence. Kind of sad when I put it like that, I suppose.
All right, I go back to the town gate and I give him the command to go to the nearby woods and don't eat any people.
He takes off.
I give the guards a look that they're presumably giving me and walk back inside.
So you guys still have quite a bit of the day left. You're in Bryn Shander. What do you want to do?
Well, if you want to get the dogs taken care of, I want to go check in with Scramsack, see, make sure he hasn't burned the place down in my absence or something. And then we should probably check in with with Miss Shane.
Who
So
has,
you
like,
guys-
the elemental candle?
Yeah, I have someone to find about a lantern and some minor, nuisance elemental things.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
and I don't I apparently have a very bad memory for people that give me random magical lanterns because I don't have any idea where.
I remember the animals were called Twingas.
That's good. There's also one in my beard. It's been there the whole time, but
Chungus the humongous just peeks out of the beard.
he's been quiet.
I remember as an old lady, but I'm sure there's a lot of old ladies in this town.
All right, Elena and Drock, you guys are in charge of finding an old lady. I wish you the best of luck.
I think it was kind of sort of near the inn that we found Pebble at, but I don't know.
Oh, well, that's where I'm going. You can come with.
Great. You probably know her then.
I got probably
What's her name?
old lady.
Who?
Old lady. First name
Old-
old, last name lady.
Oh, that's pretty on the nose.
Yeah, she doesn't like being called that though, so you should figure out what her nickname is before you call her that.
People called her that from when she was, but just a wee ragamuffin. You'd call it an old lady.
Yeah, it's tough
Like,
livelihood.
it works now, but it seems like you'd have a hard,
I mean, it's like
60
all
years.
those assholes calling me Pebble, you know? Like, yeah, the little guy, I'd call him Pebble. Ha, hilarious, right? And now we'll see who's laughing. Anyways, good luck finding old lady.
So, Tarek, does that mean we get to go talk to the speaker then?
I suppose that's where we're at.
Oh, tell her about why I haven't, checked in with the stones.
Because you broke the magic rock?
Look, I hadn't done it before.
Okay. So I guess we're gonna head to the town hall after the dogs are stable.
Okay, so we have Drock and Alina and Pebble. You're all going to the inn.
Mhm.
Yep.
And then we've got Abletus and Tarek stabling the dogs and then going to speak to Miss Shane. So Abletus and Tarek, you guys head to the stables, which are down here.
I think we should go to the house of the speaker because it's closer than the town hall. I guess we'll swing by the nearby place first after the stables. So what's the price of the stable? Are 6 dogs.
So you guys walk in and the stable hand is there. What can I help you with?
We have some sled dogs we want to stable for at least the evening.
Just for one evening. It'll be 1 silver piece a piece.
Now, I talk about the stables in East March or whatever the fuck it was called, and how nice it was. How do the accommodations here compare?
They're shit. They basically just like they've got like almost like horse stalls if you've ever been to like a horse barn, and they just kind of like stick them in there, and they've got some food there that they feed them, and that's about it. There's some hay for them to sleep on.
So I bring this up to the proprietress and say, now we just came from East Haven, and the stables there were much nicer. I don't suppose you have, it's like a higher end kennel in the town that we could, use?
It's just me, but look, I'm not running some doggy hotel, okay? I'm here for efficiency. Dogs are animals after all, they're not people.
Agreed, but that doesn't mean they can't have a nice place to rest. And we're willing to pay for the service. So there's no other kennel in town?
Nope.
All right. Let it be known that if you abuse my dogs, I will kill you. And I hand him 6 silver pieces.
Look, we don't abuse animals.
I will be the judge of that.
We're just not running some doggy play park.
I've made my conditions known.
All right, so you guys get the dog stabled. Was your plan to go to the council hall then, or the town hall?
So the place in the east is labeled the House of Speakers, and the place in the center of town is labeled the Town Hall. Now, we met her at the Town Hall last time, but this other place is closer, so we'll go there first.
Okay. I mean, you would know because you guys have been through 10 towns and stuff. The counts or the House of the Speakers, the council hall, is only used for when all of the speakers are gathering. You're pretty sure that's not happening, seeing as you just talked to a speaker 4 hours ago.
I mean, there was another speaker that was headed here, but that is, we'll walk by, and if it's not like obviously open, we'll head up to the.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys check out the council hall, the House of the Speakers, and there doesn't seem to be anything going on. So you move on to the town hall. And as you get there, Duvessa Shane is actually standing there talking to her assistant. And oh, hello. You're back. You've made quite a name for yourself.
Dewey Cheatham and how, right? No, wait, only one in.
Yes, I've heard that name. Yeah, I've heard a lot of different names, but I believe they're all supposed to be Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
That's good. It's nice to have a name that's rememberable and rolls off the tongue.
What can I do for you?
I'll look at Tarek. Did we have a reason for coming here?
Well, it was to update her on some of the things that have transpired since we last talked to her.
Right. First-hand source of all the news you've heard about us, rather than hearing about it secondhand. So if you have any questions that need to be cleared up?
No, I don't believe so. I mean, well, actually, yes.
Where are we talking, by the way? Are we like in our office?
Right now you're in the front meeting room.
Can we sit down? I've been walking like all day.
Oh yes, please come into my office. We can chat.
Did the other speaker ever get here? The one from Chair Koenig, I want to say, or really Chair Denival? I get mixed up.
Well, I wasn't expecting Trovis. Is he supposed to be coming?
No, the one that like we went to go rescue, but he was dead, and then they were going to send their replacement here to talk to you. He was like an innkeeper or something.
Oh yes, Rorik. Yes, he made it here. He's the new speaker of Caer Denival. I understand the names can be confusing. Caer Koenig is Trovis, and he
right.
is.
Trovis was a stand-up guy.
He is a character. He means well. He really does. But I believe Rorik will do well for Caer Denival.
Hard to do much work.
Actually, I do. So Rorik kind of filled me in. What happened in Caer Denival?
So the castle was full of cultists. We killed the cultists, and then we were exploring the basement where like the head cultist was supposed to be hiding out. Turns out that was a powerful wizard, and she escaped. There was a demon statue that she was worshiping down there, among other things, and some gargoyles. So then we were exploring the rest of the sewers, and there were some people hiding in the shadows. And having just fought a powerful sorceress, we decided to preemptively attack and kill one of the people hiding in the shadows. Turns out one of those people was a townsperson, and that's where you might have heard that we murdered somebody in cold blood. And then we rescued the remaining emaciated survivors that had been trapped in there for weeks, apparently. And then we helped them elect a new speaker, and then we left.
I see.
And when I say help them elect, we informed everyone that they were going to elect a new speaker. We actually were hands off. We don't get involved in politics. We just let everyone know that it was happening.
Yes. Well, okay. Well, regardless, it sounds like there's no bad blood with Rorik. Is there anything else? I mean, everything else sounded like it went okay.
Did we mention the massive Dwarger fortress in the south?
The what?
No, I think our connection with her was broke off by then.
Oh yeah. So one of the things we were doing in these towns were tracking down some Dwarger worshippers of some demon. We were told that they were worshippers of Asmodeus in secret, but they're always about like their deep Dwemer or whatever. Anyway, the fact of the matter is that there were Dwarger infiltrating many of the towns we went to, and we killed them all with a minor amount of prejudice. But they have an entire fortress down in the southern mountains at the edge of the spine of the world, and we fired rocket ballistas at them via proxies. Did we tell you about the gnome illithid things and their nautiloid?
The what?
So apparently there are like these dimensional traveling squid-faced people, but they're kind of short, and they crash landed south of Dugan's Hole, and we brought them a power stone to power their ship so they could leave. But along the way, we had them attack that dwarven fortress for us. Dwarger fortress. I'm sorry, Dwarger fortress, not dwarf fortress. And then just to hinder their operations a little bit, because we're 4 dudes. We're not going to like 5 dudes. We're 4 dudes and a lady. So we didn't want to like charge in there willy nilly and fight invisible dwarves. That would have been terrible. So we set them back a little bit with a preemptive attack.
So is the threat taken care of?
Absolutely not.
But we've really stunted their progress. Also,
five.
may not have been aware that there's been some Dwegar infiltrations in the 10 towns. We've actually taken care of, was it 3 of them now?
Yeah, 3.
3 of them. That's the only 3 that we knew of. So,
well, plus the big one.
Yeah, plus the big fortress.
They were trucking and shuttling and shit.
I'm very confused. There's 2 fortresses?
No, just the one.
Just the one.
Okay. Well, but they're taken care of for now, or you're taking care of them?
No, we hindered them as much as we were able to, but like, we're adventurers. We're not like, we get paid for doing that sort of stuff. So, we did the, like we got paid to clear out the ones in East Haven, by a guy whose ship they were infesting. So, we got paid to kill those Dwarger, and we killed some of the ones, because, we're, like I said, we're noble-minded, but we don't work for free. So be aware that there are up to 100, maybe, Dwarger in this fortress to the south, and we blew up their gates, and we killed maybe a dozen of them, but that was incidental. So if you want a more permanent solution, that's on you to organize such an affair to happen.
It'll also be important to point out that these Dwegar are a completely separate group than the cultists that were in Caer Konig.
Although they both carry Chardolin.
Yes.
Which also reminds us that we met the tribe of the Bear, and they also use Chardolin to make their warriors blood-crazed berserkers, and are apparently led by werebears.
The tribe of the... I thought they were wiped out.
Nope, they live in a place called the Cave of the Berserkers, apparently. We have a ring that can teleport us there. But again, not getting paid and really dangerous, so I give them a shot.
Really holding that one off.
It's on the to-do list. I'm not a big fan of werebears. Planning on killing them. Might do that one pro bono, but if you want to pay us, we'll put a little more effort into it. Move it up the old party list.
I'm sorry. There's so many things that need to be taken care of.
Yeah, Icewind Dale's a shithole.
There's Dwergar. There's demon worshipping cultists. The
tribe of Vistus. Those ones did.
I don't know who that is, but it sounds awful. The tribe of the bear, and now the goblins. I
mean, we killed a couple goblins, but they weren't really that big of a deal.
The goblins actually seem to be rather tame from one of our conversations with the goblin.
Well, it's not that. It's this letter I received.
Oh.
I don't.
You received a letter from a goblin?
Yes. Well, no. Yes. Sort of.
That's a smart goblin.
Yes. Well, it's not a goblin, but we thought it was a goblin, and they think it's a goblin, but he's apparently not a goblin. If you want to go check it out, by all means.
Does it pay?
I suppose I could pay you for that.
It would also be important to know a little bit more about it. What was in the letter?
It's from a gnome named Spelix Romwood, who apparently is actually chieftain of the Goblin tribe in Karkalok.
Have we heard the word Karkalak before? That sounds familiar.
You have.
Yeah, I think that's what the one goblin we talked to told us.
Oh, that was the Goblin headquarters.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Spelix somehow became the clan leader of the goblins of Karkalok, and he goes by Yarbnock, and he's requesting assistance to escape. But he comes from a rich family of inventors, so I assume he would pay you.
That's a big assumption.
Well,
Do we know where Karkalok is?
Yeah, well, I know where Karkalok is. It is, well, it's a long ways away.
To the east, perhaps?
No, to the west.
That's unfortunate.
It's probably 30 miles west, give or take.
So it's like 2 days travel.
Anyway, it's up to you. Spelix is of no concern of 10 towns anymore, especially if he's been leading the goblins. But I suppose if he could, he might be able to make the goblins not attack.
Well, one also, don't get me wrong, we're willing to consider rescuing him, but can't help but notice that you have other bigger fish to fry. So you might want to. Are you going to offer a reward for fighting the Dorgar or whatnot?
Well, but what are you looking for?
A reason to risk our lives? A bounty on their heads? I don't know. Magical item of untold power? A magical sphere that can free Thrune?
A Thrune?
Oh yeah, we swung by Dugan's Hole, and apparently there's like a evil guy. Yeah.
Seemed like a big mistake, to be honest.
Yeah, I would, whatever they told you, I would just forget it.
Do you know they're the defenders of Tin Town?
Uh-huh. Yep. Yes, I know.
Oh.
Well, I'll let my party know that we could rescue a gnome living with goblins or do some pro bono Dorger genocide, I guess. But I wouldn't hold my breath on either one of those at the moment.
Yeah, I'm sure 10 towns could come up with some kind of reward for you. We don't really have magic items, or gold, really. But we could probably scrunch something together.
Let us know when you've decided what that reward will be, and we'll determine if it is sufficient to motivate us to do such a thing. To be honest, we recently came into a fair chunk of change selling a magical item we discovered in East Haven, so we're not in a big rush. We're just here wrapping up business. Did we forget anything, Tarek?
Dwegar, cultists.
Did we mention the tribe of the elk are also fighting the tribe of the bear? So if you want to, I don't know, give them a good trade deal, that might help keep that bear berserker problem from becoming your problem. It's a common tactic to finance the enemies of your enemy, the enemies of your enemies.
Well, Gerard and I are good friends.
He didn't mention fighting the tribe of the bear?
I haven't seen him in quite some time.
Just make a point to. let him know we sent him your way, or we sent you his way. Yeah.
I will do my best. But right now, it seems I've got many other things to deal with.
Oh yeah, did we mention the dwarf were planning on summoning a dragon?
A dragon.
I mean, yes. Like, there's the blind dragon we saw, but apparently they're going to summon another dragon to attack 10 times.
Presumably less blind and bigger.
And more like...
Blind dragon.
Yeah, there's a blind
Oh, there's-
dragon, a white dragon. It's to the south.
Yeah, Avalotros or something like that.
I do not know this name.
They're a very old dragon, apparently.
You should ask Gerund about it, or whatever, the elk tribesman. He knows about it. That's where we learn the name.
So
Yes,
I've got Dwergar with a dragon.
Yep.
Cultists. Goblins. Space people.
We think they left and they were pretty friendly, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, the space people not an issue. Actually, a boon with the whole artillery rounds that they get.
Tribe of the Bear is back.
Yep.
With
That's a big
werebears.
Very powerful.
Might want to buy
And-
some silver weapons.
A blind white dragon?
Does exist, yes.
I think
Maybe
we were
not an active
told
threat.
that one's not that big of a deal either, as long as you stay away from its territory. We could point out where it lives, roughly.
Where does it live?
Somewhere in the
Uh,
southwest.
Somewhere to the south, the mountains in the forest area, like below Dugan's Hold, kind of around there. So really not an issue, especially to Bryn Shandir.
Good for the fact they can fly, dozens of miles a day.
It's blind.
I mean, it can still fly.
It's not going to go that far. They get lost.
I mean, it doesn't know how far it's flying. It's blind.
True. It's also apparently senile, according to my notes.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, it's more of like an active nature than an active threat, but, it could kill thousands of people either way.
It'd just be important to know for trade routes, I suppose.
We're full of
But the
useful people.
Dwergar dragon is probably much more dangerous.
That one's going to have evil intent.
Yes, probably black. Black dragon. Spews acid, I think. Is that what they do?
I didn't hear any specifics about the type.
Well,
And like, fire kills just as readily.
I just figured a black dragon would just fit them,
Or poisonous gas. Dwargar are resistant to poison, so like maybe they have a
Oh.
poison this ghastly breathing dragon, and then they can fight in its breath and be totally okay. But not as okay as me.
This is all
A
very...
lot to take in.
Yes.
Probably when I have one of those special meetings with the speakers, probably,
I believe that is exactly what I'm going to do.
Fantastic. Glad we could help. Let us know if you have any paying work.
Yep.
We're
if you
Dewey
come
Cheatham
up with
now.
any
You've heard about it.
plans and think we could assist with them, you know how to find us.
I will call a meeting of the speakers and we will discuss. It sounds like the Dwergar are probably the most imminent threat.
I mean, who knows how long it takes to summon a dragon. I will also say our friend Drak wanted to say that his magical talking stone broke because he's terrible at magic. But if you want a replacement, he can probably provide one.
No, that's okay. I've got a lot on my mind already.
Suit yourself.
Is there anything else?
Not unless you want to give us a reward for all this information.
I don't have anything to give you right now. But again, I will call the council of the speakers. We will come up with suitable payment, and we will go from there. How do I reach you?
Well, that's what the magic stone from Drak would have been for.
Guess I'll need another one. But is he just going to break that one as well?
It was an accident the first time around.
Is he prone to accidents?
All the time.
Yeah.
But it's the best way to
However, we
protect
will
us.
be. I don't know how quick these meetings happen, but we will be heading in the direction of East Haven pretty soon. So
Unless we decide to go fight a bunch of goblins.
yes,
In other words, it's hard to contact us, so you should probably get the stone and hope there's no accidents.
yeah, we'll be here for a little bit. We can tell Drock to come by with another one.
We'll go to your secretary or something.
Yeah, that will work. Thank you.
Yep. We leave. Since we're gonna walk through the market anyway, is there anything like particularly noteworthy in the market?
It's a bunch of the same stuff. Nothing of note that's different. I mean, there's still like the merchants and the black iron blades and things like that that you could purchase from if you would like to.
I mean, it occurs to me I have all this money and nothing to spend it on. How much does a suit of plate mail cost? Like over 1,000, right?
I believe so.
Holding out for that day we run into the Blue Men group.
Yeah, plate mail is 1,500
Yeah.
gold. So I'll talk to the. I'm not sure I want to buy a plate mail from Brinchender anyway, given the quality of the smiths here. So we'll to the inn then, Tarek?
To the end.
We'll head up to whatever the inn was called.
Okay. So Drock and Pebble and Alina, you guys are heading to the North Look. What are you looking to do?
Well, I have no idea where I'm gonna find the creepy lantern lady. So here's my plan. Twingers, get your twingers here! Shout that as we go up to
Wait, are you selling? Oh, I see what you're doing. Because like only she would be crazy enough to be like, oh yes, I want a Twinga.
I mean, no one else even know what that is. So.
Exactly. Hey, on the way up, I kind of want to stop at the Black Iron Blades. I think. I mean, not sure if I want to buy something, but like I want to at least consider my options. You know.
Rebel, your voice is sounding very dwarfish for an elf.
I still have the old accent.
Ah, I see. You can't take the not dwarf out of the elf, but I don't even know where I'm
Yeah,
going with the sentence.
something like that.
So you head into the Black Iron Blades.
Well, first,
and-
what I know, there's no like other armor in town, right? For armor, it's Black Iron
no,
Blades.
Black Iron Blades is the best.
Okay.
So you walk in and you're greeted by Garn again. Yep. What's going on?
I'm looking for armor and a shield. You got any?
Yeah. What kind of armor? What kind of shield?
Well, I mean, a shield that you strap around your arm.
Well, I mean, are you looking for like a big shield or a buckler or?
That's something, you know, like moderate, a medium shield.
You know, a shield. Looks like this one. I show them my shield.
Yeah.
Ah.
Something just like that.
Yeah, I got something like this right here. This would probably do it.
How's its quality up here?
Make an investigation check.
Unless you have like smithing skill.
There's nobody around here that has that.
Hey, Rod,
Working
you
skill?
want to take a look for me too?
Sure.
'Cause-
Sure.
This is like the finest craftsmanship I've ever seen, I think.
Well. Just an investigation, is that right?
Yeah, if you're proficient in like smithing and stuff, right?
I'm also proficient in investigation.
Okay. I was gonna say add your proficiency, but not double.
Not the greatest roll that's ever existed.
It's a shield. It would probably get the job done. Probably.
Yeah,
It doesn't look like the worst thing I've ever seen.
very good. How much is it?
That'll be 25 gold pieces.
All right, and do you happen to have like a half plate, scale mail, something in between? You know, it makes me think we shouldn't have like pawned off all those scale mails, huh? Because here I am looking for scale mail. What about half plate?
Well, are you looking for half plate or scale mail?
I mean, I suppose half plate if you have it, but if not, then scale mail.
I don't have any half plate.
Alrighty then. What about scale mail? Or a
Yeah,
breastplate?
I could probably get it to like fit you. You're kind of tall.
Yeah, it's I like it. Oh, hold on. What about instead of scale mail?
Care about somebody's height, but okay.
Do you have a breastplate?
What kind of breastplate?
I mean, the one you wear over your breasts.
Like, are you looking for like steel, or are you looking for like iron?
What do you usually make them out of? I don't know. You're the armorer.
Well, I mean, I got them, but I
Like
don't
if you
think
got it in Mithril, I'll take it in Mithril. But if not, whatever you normally.
What is mithril?
You know.
Adamantine is really what you want if you can get it.
Adamant. Do you have it in adamantine?
Don't know what that is.
Then the next best thing.
You want steel. You don't want iron. Iron, you'd wear it and you'd, snow once and you'd end up with just like a big old rust ball that would fall apart on you. And it's not good for nobody.
All right, what he said.
I could make a breastplate that'll fit you.
All right, how much will that run me?
Probably like 1,000 gold.
That's a bit much, don't you think? Never mind that. I'll just take the shield. You said 25?
Well, I can give you a package deal. I can give you the shield and the breastplate for like 1,100.
Isn't that more than you said? The breastplate was 1,000 and the shield was 25.
Yeah.
And 1,000 plus 25 is less than 1,100.
So it is.
I don't know. I think you should take that deal. It sounds good.
No, I'll
I mean, at that point, the average price of the two is only a little over 550 GP, and that's a steal for half plate.
Is it though? What about scale mail? What do you have scale mail wise?
I got that too. Run you about 600 gold pieces.
Never mind, just a shield.
Scale mail's 50.
All right, so you say 25, and I know resources are scarce around this part of the north, and this is moderate quality workmanship, but
this is the best round.
The best around for sure, no doubt. But anywhere else, the shield doesn't cost 25 gold. The shield costs 10 gold. Now I'm willing to
get what you pay for.
I'm willing to accommodate the extremely high quality of our work and give you 18 for it.
Persuasion check.
Oh, I can't roll below a 19, even though I did roll below a 19.
How can you not if you can? What?
My min roll is 10 on the dice. One of these things.
That seems good.
Well, I'll do it for 20.
20. You have a deal, excellent Master Smith.
You give him the 20 gold pieces then?
Correct.
You can go ahead and add a shield to your inventory.
Do you have to put quotes around it?
What's that? Yes, you do have to put quotes around it.
Excellent.
Every time you take damage, you need to roll a d20. If you roll a 1, the shield breaks.
Excellent. All right, well...
but it is only for physical attacks. So, like spells and stuff, you don't have to worry about.
I buy it. Did it get added to my... Oh, I added it as a spell. Not an item. Unlearn that spell. Okay, and thank you for your finest shield. I may or may not return for armor.
Well, you let me know. Prices change daily.
Imagine paying 1,000 gold for a breastplate that has the same condition.
Oof.
So you guys head out of the Black Iron Blades. Jock, are you still yelling about get your
Yes.
twinkies?
Periodically.
So as you get closer to the inn, an old lady walks out of the inn. Oh, you've returned.
Oh, it's you! I didn't think that would work. I'm gonna be honest.
I told you I would be at the inn every night.
Well, that would require me to have any kind of memory for these types of things whatsoever. So, do you need your lantern back?
Well, I mean, did you find one?
Well, yes. Oh, sorry. Chungus. Chungus, where'd you go? You're in there somewhere. Oh, hi. Ooh, hey, here he is.
He like pops out of your beard. He's delightful.
Oh yes, he was the most rotund little one, and he took a liking to beards immediately. So I would recommend growing one.
I don't think I can grow a beard.
I mean, have you tried?
Well, I've never shaved my face.
Hmm.
So, yes and no?
Well, that's unfortunate. Still, here is Chungus. Chungus, will you go with the nice woman? She's the whole reason that I brought you to the great center of civilization in the 10 towns. You'll have a hell of a time here, Mr. Chungus.
He looks at you and kind of like cocks his head a little bit. And I need you to roll a D6 for me, please.
We did it.
So as the Tringas, you start like reaching him out to Danica. He kind of climbs up your arm a little bit and he touches your forehead. And you receive this.
A curse when all your armor breaks.
Imagine the
pretty
next
nice.
time that white dragon breathes on you.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those things where it's what the like trope, the too good to use thing that just stays there forever. What's it look like?
Until a white dragon breathes on you.
Is my face covered in a magic rune or not?
No, just your forehead. There's like a snowflake that appears on it, and then it just kind of like absorbs itself into your skin.
Well, thank you, Chungus. It's been nice traveling with you. I hope that you and the nice what was her name? Old lady. That's what I was told your name was. I'm sorry. Get along swimmingly, or I mean, it's kind of cold up here, so maybe there won't be much swimming. But you understand what I'm saying, right, Chungus? It's been good. I'll miss you.
He does a polite little bow on Danica's shoulder.
I'm gonna bow as back to him.
Well, thank you. I don't have any use for this lantern anymore. If you would like to hold on to it.
Perfect. We would love to. If we had been using it when we probably should have been, we wouldn't have been overtaken by a waterfall elemental. But it's how these things go.
A waterfall elemental.
Yeah, I didn't know they could. Those it could exist, but that's why I'm up here, right? Is to see things I haven't seen before.
Well, thank you. Hopefully, I'm sorry. Did you say his name was Chungus?
Oh, I mean, I don't know if that's his proper Morning Lordian name, but that's what we called him.
Well, hopefully he can help me with my research, and we can stop this winter.
Well, if Chungus manages to be the catalyst for all of that, then he's a better tiny little elemental thing than I am.
And she heads off. So, what do you guys want to do?
Wait, wasn't she gonna like pay us or something? Or I thought you mentioned something about a payment.
Wait, no, lady. We're just keeping the lantern and that's it. Is that it?
I thought that would be payment enough.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure. We trekked all over the 10 towns to find you.
We were promised 25 gold pieces, by the way.
I'm not gonna go up to the inn and cry myself to sleep tonight in a whole lot of alcohol if you don't pay us or anything.
I suppose I could pay you.
The voice of the greediest person in my life has told me that in my head you promised us 25 gold.
Oh, I may have. Forgive me. It's been a while since you've
It,
been
it
gone.
seems like it's been 4 months or something.
Here you are, 25 gold pieces.
Ever since I came up here, it seems like the days go by at 1/7 speed. Like I only exist 1 day out of every week.
That is quite the existential crisis.
Truly, it is. I have recorded the 25 GP.
Perfect.
Well, thank you, Miss Old Lady. And I hope Chungus is everything that you've dreamed of. Just don't sacrifice him to the Frostmaiden or something. That would make me very sad.
I do not intend to sacrifice him.
Great. I know we were going to the inn. Is that right, Pebble? I don't know.
Yeah, we're kind of here already, though.
Oh, hey, look at that!
I didn't see that, eh?
You guys walk into the inn. It's starting to get kind of late at night. The rowdy crowd has already arrived. And Pebble, you're greeted by an unfamiliar face.
Hey, Scramsack, hey, who are you?
Hello, I'm Poppy.
Where's Scramsacks?
He's in the kitchen. What can I help you with?
Oh, not that. I'm just former employee here, just checking in. We're also looking probably for a place to spend the night.
Oh, yeah, I can get you some rooms.
All right, we need let's go with 3.
3 rooms. All right, that'll be 2 silver for each room, so 6 silver.
Here you go.
Thank you. Can I get you anything? Are you hungry? Do you need some ale?
Yeah, we'll take there's a 3. If you guys want some ale, some fish sandwiches, cheese, the usual.
Ale and fish sandwiches sound great.
Good, and we'll, can you get us a seat near the stage?
Yeah. I'm sorry, we don't have any entertainment tonight.
What? You're not? I thought that's what you're here for.
No, I run the tables in the front desk.
This place needed someone doing that. All right, what about how much could I earn being entertainment for the night?
I'm sorry, I don't make that decision.
All right, I'll ask him myself.
I can go get him for you.
Yeah, if you could, please.
Scramsacks, there's an elf here that would like to talk to you. Scramsacks comes out. Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, Scramsacks, old buddy, how you doing?
Who are you?
What, you don't know me? Just because I've grown a little bit taller?
Yeah, I remember you. Welcome back. How can I help you?
Yeah, so I was thinking, you got a new doorman. That's good. But what about entertainment? You want me to pick that back up? I mean, I'm only here for a couple nights, maybe one night, but I can pick that up for a night. Say, we'll cover the cost of food for it.
I mean, if you got something, yeah. I mean, as long as it's good.
All right, cool. I mean, you've seen, you know what I'm good for, right?
No.
Excuse me? Have you forgotten about me already? I've only been gone for a week.
Sir, I don't know what kind of game you're trying to play, but you have never worked for me, especially not a week ago.
Wait, what? Samsax, what's wrong with you?
Wait, hey, Pebble.
Yeah?
You look different.
Oh, I kind of died in the week and I came back looking like this. I was, you know who I am?
Pebble?
Of course.
You're not a dwarf anymore.
I was never a dwarf, you asshole.
Sure. How? What?
Long story, involved dying, no fun. But like now I'm taller, so I guess it was kind of worth it in the end, right? Kinda, sorta, depends on who you ask.
Well, yeah. Get on stage.
Good, that's what I thought. All right, I was like, you didn't forget me in just a week. I'd be like, maybe you did. I don't know. I thought you were going senile. Anyways, I think the rest of my buddies should be coming in soon. But
Excellent.
cool. All right, well, I'm gonna go sing with your fish again. I like your fish.
So Pebble gets up on stage. He starts doing his thing. And at this point, this is when Abletus and Tarek walk back in. Are you guys taking up your usual table in the corner?
Sure.
What do
Take
you
up my
guys?
usual spot in the corner of the corner table.
Is there anything else you guys want to do?
I will catch up the party on what we accomplished. So I'll mention that the speaker let us know of a potential rescue from Pei, from a rich gnome captured by some goblins in that place, and then also mentioned that the speaker might eventually gather some payment for us, but otherwise, not very. Her purse strings are tight, and I'd make some colorful colloquialism, but I don't feel like it.
Well, that's okay. I got a 25 gold for finding Chungus. So the big payments today.
Yeah, I recall declining that quest because it wasn't worth the money.
Look, we also got a lantern that if we had used would have been useful.
Yep.
Despite not getting paid for all that we do, I just wanted to say that I appreciate all of you and that we've come far since the last time we sat in this here corner. We're proper adventuring folk now, and someday maybe we'll go to a cave, and that cave will be full of destiny.
It's a shame we're about to take a 6-month vacation because of World of Warcraft and weddings.
That I don't understand what you're saying. You're talking crazier than me.
Star filled my mind with portents of the future.
Hey, so I thought we were going to go to like that tower that Derek wanted to go to.
Shall we leave right now?
Well, no, I've already paid for a room. We're spending 3 rooms here. We're spending night. But Derek, you know where we're going, right? I mean, like if we're going there, we're not going to rescue the Goblin Dome.
No, he's definitely on the other side of the 10 towns, so that's,
So
and besides, we've got guaranteed money back in the east of Havens.
So that is the question. Do we want to go collect our paycheck and then go visit
Well, of
Tarek's
course.
wizard friend, or do we want to go fight some goblins for,
Nope.
Or overthrow the goblin hierarchy and rescue a gnome for presumably fat stacks of money?
I want nothing to do with the goblins and the gnomes. I mean, not nothing, but like I kind of want to go to East Haven first because they have thousands of dollars for us.
You've got to think
That's
about it.
fair.
The
Like,
gnome's been conning a whole bunch of goblins. He might also con us, acting like he has more than he actually does.
Plus, he can probably last like another week or two without too much trouble, right? He's king of the goblins, and sure, he wants to be rescued, but he doesn't need to be rescued right this second, right? And we could pool the party funds for some plate mail armor for myself. That'd be amazing.
Oh yeah, I would like some armor too. I've recently learned how to like.
Well, you can
do
have
stuff.
my armor when I get.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Wait, but then your armor like smells of. I don't know what you smell like, but it smells of you.
I mean,
Wordle,
isn't there like a prestidigitation or something that can clean that?
I guess so. If you want plate mail, I think the Black Iron Blades here will probably sell it to you for something like 7,000 gold.
Right, and then it'll break immediately because their workmanship is crap. I would prefer not.
Right, but at least in if we go to East Haven, I think there was a smith in East Haven, right?
I figure even in East Haven, we could perhaps buy raw materials and then have Drock make us armor.
Wait, where was that smith that we had like access to?
There was one in Caer Konig.
Oh, yeah, that.
East Haven.
I think it's the one in Caer Konig that I'm thinking. Not that
I
they.
remember there was a montage there.
Yeah. All right, that.
Smithing montage.
So, anyways, food's covered for the night. You guys eat your hearts fill, your stomachs fill, I suppose, because it's food.
Nothing like fish.
Fish
cheese
and
sandwich.
sandwiches.
You know, fish sandwiches might be my favorite food I've had up here in the north.
I think the poisoned ale was probably my favorite.
Mostly because, well, you see, it's really the only food that we've had up here. Well,
It also occurs to me I have like some shit clogging up my backpack, like some direwolf hide.
I don't usually keep shit in my backpack, but you know, to each their own.
Kind of a health concern.
Yeah, I don't know. I might have had a plan, but we should probably sell them.
I don't know who's gonna buy a beer, but I mean, you can try.
But we'll do it tomorrow morning.
Yeah. I think most of the shops are closed up for the night. So anyways, I'm gonna go tell stories about our greatness, you know. Oh, should we tell the story about the dragon that's coming to kill everyone?
Is it coming to kill everyone?
I mean, I don't know, but we can drum up some hype.
Maybe don't stir up panic in the townspeople during a crisis.
All right, so we'll skip the story of the dragon, but we'll tell all of our other great deeds.
You should tell them about the Dwarger castle in the south.
But not the dragon that's going to come from it.
To go fix it.
Oh,
Isn't that
yes,
just
good
another
idea.
form of panic if we did that?
No, we tell them about this evil Dwarger gathering. And
that makes it worse.
The heroes that are coming to fix it. Yeah, okay.
Hey, Tarek, while he's doing that.
Yes.
So I've played around with this laser pistol majiggerbob that the squidlings gave us, right? And like I know how it all works, right? Understand, much like I understand how a crossbow works, right? But much like a crossbow, I am completely horrible at the actually doing the thing and making it hit where I want to. Now you, I have seen, are probably a little bit better at such things. Is there any chance you would like to learn how to use a squid laser pistol?
Well, I mean, it's not particularly up my alley, but at the same vein, it could have its...
It'll be great. Yeah, just imagine in the future, there's some big mustachioed feller with a black cloak billowing in the wind, and he's soliloquizing on top of a rock, and he's like, "Ha ha! I've beaten you, monk. You can't get to me with your fists and your feats." And then you go, "Oh, I don't need those." And you pull out the laser pistol and you shoot him from down below, and he's like, "Ah, my heart!" And he didn't expect it. This is the inevitable outcome of me training you with this laser pistol.
That's quite the tale, but I do feel like I would just,
What's your dex, by the way?
16 now.
Yeah, okay. You'd have a much easier chance hitting much of anything with this than I would.
Oh, I mean, I suppose I could learn how to use it. It would be sweet justice if we ever fought some werebears.
And importantly, it seems
laugh
to
at
be much like a holy man's type of damage, right? I've heard it called light or radiant, and let's say hypothetically we're fighting some kind of shadow or something in the future, or a vampire. Ooh, they'd be particularly good at that, and I don't think your fists are quite as adept at those things.
Well, that's what the silver knuckle dusters are for now. But I see what you're getting at. It is important sometimes when we are, or, when I'm out of my depth, to have a good range backup plan. I'm the only one who doesn't.
Plus, if you get beat up, you can stand in the back and shoot them. Like you can use Elena for cover or something. And you can shoot them and then run into melee with them and then kick them anyway, just to show them what for. It's like I didn't need the laser pistol, but I used it anyway because I could.
Sticking it to the man, I do like that. Sure, you'll have to, teach me how all this works, but I'll give it a try. I'll learn.
Great. Well, at some point we should have a laser shooting montage. Probably not indoors.
Yes.
That's what I've got.
Is there anything else anybody wanted to do before you guys were turning in for the night?
I am just happy to be back in Contender.
Why is that, Elena? This place kind of sucked.
It might suck, but it's our familiar suck.
Didn't every place suck?
East Haven was pretty good. Other than like the, possible demon who killed her cat and, runs the whole town.
Oh, at some point I want to ask Scrabsax, did they do the lottery thing the last week when we were gone? Or did we miss it?
Oh, the lottery thing. Oh yeah, for the sack. Yeah, that just happened like 3 days ago.
Oh. What poor chap they take this time.
It was just Millie down the lane over there.
Oh,
And
man.
honestly, probably okay.
May
she
rest
was
may she rest in peace.
Yeah, she was knocking on death's door anyway. Although something really strange happened.
Yeah?
Yeah, so we were like, apparently like there was an assassination too.
Oh, that's juicy news. Who bid it?
It was Margaret.
Margaret. Why would they do that to poor Margaret?
I don't know.
Is that the sheriff?
No, that ain't the sheriff. But it was kind of strange. I don't know. People don't usually just like kill people, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, what Margaret do to deserve it? I mean, presumably nothing, but like...
Presumably nothing. But troubling times, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess watch your back. Would hate to come back and see this place under new ownership.
Come on, nobody's coming after old Scram Sacks.
I mean, like, anyone could have, I don't know, poisoned your fish the other day and you'd be a goner.
Yeah, but I'm likable. I'm lovable, you know?
That you are. Alright, well, thanks for the information.
Yeah, no problem.
I shared that with the party, if they weren't there already with us. So we're safe for a while. They're not going to sacrifice it.
So you guys head to your respective rooms, and we're gonna call it there because I know George's got stuff to kill in like 10 minutes.
Thank you, sir. And sorry again.
No, you're good.
Do we level up?
Good luck.
This is a good stopping point. No, you don't level up, Jimmy. Jesus.
Do we finish the long rest?
Yeah,
No,
you guys
we
can
get
go ahead
attacked
and-
in the night. Hopefully I will end Sire's entire career in the next 15 minutes.
Hopefully, I would help, but everything's horde now, so.
I would help, but I don't have a character at 100 or whatever the level cap is.
I'm telling you, Nightglow is still Alliance.
Yeah, if we need somebody that it would help the healing immensely, I'm sure. Because I'm clenching a lot of phase 3, and there's a lot more drain life going on than in our raid.
Just message me on Discord if you guys need heals.
Thanks. I shall talk to you all later.
Reminder: we are not meeting next week, and then we will see what happens.
Shame the DM fucking died.
The portent is true.
Yeah, I don't know the 4th of July is gonna work either. So just saying that now.
It's unfortunate that we don't have like a month's heads up that the patch is coming.
Big old 12 days. What?
But I've got a lot to do because I am apparently maining Boomkin, so gotta catch that up.
Official. I love it.
Yeah, I'm a vampire Boomkin now. Vampire chicken.
Wait, what?
Birds.
Vampire chickens are OP, man.
Oh, you're Venthyr. I gotcha. I thought you were
Vampire
talking about a race. I'm like, there's Horde has a race of vampires now. When the fuck did that happen? I guess I didn't look closely at the allied races, but anyway, talk to you guys later.
Have a good time. And he's gone.
He's gone.
I guess I'm gonna tune in when they start raiding and see what happens.
Good night, man.
Fucking nerds.
She'll also have a moose.
See ya.
Bye.
All right, see you guys later. And by you guys, I mean lackeys. See
So,
you
so,
later.
so, Jimmy, I assume you have no interest in how about co-op anime Dark Souls?
I do own the game. Does it have a co-op mode?
I'm talking about Code Vein.
Yeah,
That's the
Code
game?
Vein. It was in Humble Monthly like 2 months ago.
It supposedly does have a co-op mode. I don't actually know, and I would have to buy the game to find
Like,
out.
if it's like Dark Souls co-op, then that Dark Souls doesn't really have a co-op. It's just you can be in your friend's game. I'm not even particularly into the genre. I just own the game. In any event, I don't have time to play tonight because I have an interview tomorrow.
Well, you let me know because it's on sale to the 24th. So if it's for $15, I'd be willing to give it a try. I think the co-op is played like we just played simultaneously in the world, but because like the way you play that game is like you adventure with like your anime waifu anyway, and so I assume the co-op partner just replaces the anime waifu.
I don't want to be your waifu. I don't want you to be my waifu. So. All right, I'll look
It's
into
true.
it. But
I am no enterprise, but there isn't an enterprise in the game, so
yes, I will look into it, and I would not hold my breath if I were you. Let's put it that. If you wish to play the game, buy it and play it. But not only am I not particularly into the genre, I don't know. The game seems like a mostly single player game, anyways.
I just throw out suggestions, Jimmy. If you're not into it,
In my infinite depression, I say no to all of them. Apparently,
yeah, exactly.
So, all right. See you later.